Yo, what's good? It's Andrew from travelingguitarist.com. Today I'm talking to you guys about guitar load boxes, or more specifically, just a load box. So essentially, a load box is this device here. This is just one example of a load box, the Torpedo Captor X. I actually reached out to Two Notes for permission to use this image. They were super cool about it. But to get into the meat of what we're talking about here, a load box, in case you're wondering, essentially it's just a device that acts as an interface in which the energy generated by a tube amplifier can be expressed without using a speaker system. So an amp head or a valve tube amp or what have you, just a large amplifier, they tend to create a lot of energy and power, and there needs to be a location for that energy to go and express itself. There needs to be a location for that energy to labor under and to do its thing. And that's what the load box is. It's a box that literally loads the amplifier's electrical current. So typically, if you were using an amp, the speaker acts as the load. The speaker is loading all that power. It's taking all that power and communicating the energy throughout the speaker. However, if you don't have the speaker, this is where you would use a load box. So this comes in handy in a number of different ways. Like, for instance, let's say you have a fat amp, you got a big tube amp, it's very powerful, it's like 100 watts or something, or even bigger. I don't even know what the maximum is anymore. But say you have that, but you don't have a speaker system and you want to record directly into your computer. Well, you would use a load box and you would plug that into your amp head, and then you would run all your system into the computer using the load box. That way you could use your big tube amplifier for recording in your computer. Additionally, you can use it for PA systems as well. So another way of explaining what it is, I explained it in a number of different ways in my article. I said also that a load box, it packages all of the power created by a tube amplifier and makes it so this energy can be safely communicated through a computer, a PA system, or some other recording device. So that's just another way of explaining it. I frankly, there doesn't really need to be much more said about this topic other than what I've said thus far, which is that, a load box, essentially it's just acting as a place for all the energy to go. It's just safely taking all the power from the amp. That way you can express the sound created by the amplifier through some other external system without causing any damage to the inner components of the amplifier. And that's essentially what a load box is doing. So what happens if you don't have a load? Like if you're trying to run a big tube amp and you don't have a load, well, you're probably going to destroy the amp, because all that energy, all that voltage that's being created, it needs a place to go. Otherwise, it's just going to heat up the inner components and it's probably going to explode. Maybe not explode, but it's going to be damaged. It'll fry the inner components, like the output transformer and all that. But anyway, that's what a load box is. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope I explained that to you in a way that made sense. I know a lot of these terms, they can be really difficult to unpack, especially when people are explaining them to you, because I find they tend to use a lot of jargon. And it's almost like when they give you a definition, you have to look up the definition of all the words that they used in their definition. You know what I mean? Anywho, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right? Peace.